Lee Bowyer, should you stay or should you go?
That is the question.
And you're back in the room. Welcome everyone to yet another video from us, The Tilton 2.
The Tilton 2.
We back, baby, we back.
back. If you didn't already know, we're a pair of brothers, lifelong blue noses.
Really?
Seated in the Tilton, as the name suggests.
Never.
Ever,
right, okay.
Yeah, we host a weekly podcast.
Yep.
That is our main source of content, and we're now on the dark side of YouTube. So
She's grabbed us.
She has grabbed us. She's got her claws in her, so wicked claws. But check us out each week: Apple, Spotify,
all major platforms. And so podcasts go out on Monday.
They do.
New videos every week. We've made this big promise to ourselves and to you listening in to not only do a podcast every week but get a video out every Wednesday, 12
PM GMT.
There we go, UK time.
UK time,
exactly.
Always.
Exactly. If you like what we're doing, please check us out on our social media. It's all going to be linked, and I'm sure this man over here, the key editor, is bringing it up on screen. But it'll all be linked down below. Check us out, like I said, in our podcast. Check us out on our socials.
Most importantly, like, comment, share, subscribe to this YouTube channel here.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, baby.
We're going to be keeping the consistent content going.
Exactly.
So if you enjoy it, give it a like, give it a subscribe.
Comment, subscribe. More importantly, I want to see some comments.
Yeah.
I want to see some comments.
Yeah.
That's what we love on our social media, don't we? When people start
we
replying and stuff like that. So
all the hate is welcome, all the love is welcome.
The death stare from this man over
Exactly.
there.
Don't look too close,
You'll turn to stone.
Yes,
okay?
yes.
But with no further ado, I
adieu.
said that right.
Yeah.
Adieu. Let's get straight into the video. And
what is it about?
One is Lee Bowyer. Should he stay or should he go?
Ooh.
Right, so let's start with his appointment. He comes off the back of what was a shit show under Ryder Karanka. 10 games left to save our season, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I think the first 4 games were against the top 6.
It was the toughest run of the season pretty much we had.
I mean, we were already looking at it from the lens of, an appointment in terms of if we go down, he's got League One experience, but also he's got hunger, he's got a point to prove in the Championship. So we were happy.
Resigned from Charlton, loved to see it on Sky Sports, and then we knew that he was coming at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
And what did he do? He hit the ground running.
Hit the ground running, took us back to basics. At the first game, back to 4-4-2. Juki wasn't getting much time. He knew what a weapon Juki is.
Yeah.
And that's where he kind of went, those 10 games. It was all spearheaded through Juki.
Getting the ball in.
Exactly.
Getting Juki's head on it.
Yeah,
I think Juki scored, 6 goals in 8 games?
Now you're really testing the stats, aren't you?
Yeah, and then obviously we were saved with 2 points left, 2 games left at the end of the season.
Yeah.
You could do so.
Saved it.
It gave him the point to even play out the youngsters. It didn't even matter. So where we were looking at the start of the season, start when he came in, you're thinking, bloody hell, if we go down to League One, we kind of had it coming.
Man, I mean, we didn't even think we'd pretty much get a point from those first 4 games, especially under Karanka. And then you saw what happened. The 5-3-2 started.
The old shrugs, mate. Don't forget the old shrugs. If you know,
shrugs.
You know.
But yeah.
That's it. Got saved. Already everyone is singing Lee Bowyer's praise. We were saying give him the key to the city, weren't we?
Yeah.
Get on the socials, get in the socials.
Pre-season, again, plugging the podcast harmlessly. Everyone was optimistic. The Blue Noses that we were talking to, everyone thought that we were genuinely looking like a mid-table team next season.
Absolutely, mate. We were talking about the promotion.
Yeah. I mean, we were.
We
were
talking about seriously talking about it.
We were talking about Super League.
I was getting the quote and everything ready. So the wheels are falling off, though. Needless to say. But let's get into it. Summer, some big signings.
Yeah.
Great signings. I mean, just
good business.
All I need to say is Tahith Chong.
Exactly.
Just to say it, we look good. Again, Harley Dean, even just bringing back to Harley Dean, he hadn't had a better 10 games of his career.
Bringing Ryan Woods in, bringing Dion Sanderson in, Sarkic. I mean, we all know about the clean sheets he's managed to keep for this season.
Exactly. So you're looking unbelievable. We're thinking, we're going to be pushing on. Did it go that way?
Well, the first game, we got a win. seems to be a reoccurring theme at Blues.
Fairy dust.
I did say this at the time when we won the first game. Okay,
Sheffield United, Maxine Collin header.
Exactly. Let's take a step back and see how the season goes.
Yeah. But again, it continued.
It did.
Performances were good. Let's not joke. Luton.
5-0. What every Blue knows thinks back to this season.
I know, exactly.
5-0 game.
Exactly.
Tahith Chong running through the middle. We all know the story.
No one could get close to him.
No one could get close.
But again, unbelievable. He's doing what a job Bowyer did. Got everyone behind him. And literally, when I look back at it, and even, now, there's a difference in opinions, but we haven't seen that connection with a manager since the likes of Gary Rowett, Gary Monk.
No.
And Bowyer, he knows us. He's a Play X legend, really, for me. It was just amazing, wasn't it? There was nothing really you could say. Performances are good. We're looking up the table. Again, 5-0. A problem the Blues have always had is not scoring, and yet we're now free-flowing.
Yeah. But then we had a turn of events, didn't we?
We did indeed. The wheels started to slowly drop off.
They did.
And, frustration started to mount. Slowly, I think, within the Blues community.
Yeah.
And it was around... he was very, very reluctant to change formation.
It was. To be honest, it was around the time, I remember, Chong got injured. We all know about that. He's been out for a while now. We didn't have that creativity in the middle. And around that same time, the formation, we all knew that Bella was out of position.
Yeah. That was our biggest gripe, wasn't it? Every week we were on that podcast saying how weak Bella looked and how much we lose with Bella playing a left wing back.
Yeah.
Nothing going forward.
Yeah. But, we had that. We had the injuries. The formation seemed to be rocking the boat.
Mate, even when we have a bad performance and you could... it was so blatantly obvious, our wing backs... balls coming over, players getting in the channels, we couldn't do anything.
No, we could
and
not.
You're thinking, you're screaming, right, Bowyer's got to see this, he's got to change that formation, but each week, so reluctant to change it.
Yeah.
And even to a point of now, really, slightly different now, but that was my biggest problem, really, when I look back at it, and I think, bad points of Bowyer, just that reluctancy to change. And again,
it's not what we had with Karanka, in a way. It gave me flashbacks at times when we were getting losses, getting bad results, of that feeling of someone fitting, what is the phrase, square pegs in round holes.
Yeah, exactly. We were playing players out of position.
Completely. And the formation wasn't working.
And it was all to fit a system, to fit formation. And it just went from what Bowyer came into. Because again, he came in those 10 games, he knew, right, we've got Djukovic, he needs to play because he's our biggest weapon. This formation works, this players work, But then it kind of, and there was no plan B, And that's the biggest problem, isn't it?
Even though we know, even the start of last season when he joined us, pre-season, we knew that he did have that in his mind of having a plan B.
Yeah.
It just seemed like we couldn't execute on it.
Exactly.
On top of this, we had the sort of rumour mill of there being a bad dressing room, a bit of hostility, toxic vibes. We all know about toxicity.
Some more
so than others. If you catch the drift.
Another point, injuries. We have been absolutely blighted by injuries. And I think you said it first. His time at Charlton was similarly hampered by injuries.
Yeah.
And a lot of people said it was around the training regime, training players too hard, pushing them too much. And on the surface, I guess, pushing your players sounds good, but we're seeing the same thing happen here. Yeah. And a lot of it is training ground injuries.
Well, that's the biggest thing for me, and I think for every Blue knows, we have been so hampered by injuries. I mean, the biggest names in our team, we've had Chong out for months, Sarkic, who, as we mentioned, the clean sheets that he gave us.
The clean sheet machine.
Yeah, literally. So, up to now, even as recently as the other game when Mengi's coming off with a bruised thigh, the injuries have been a big concern.
Yeah.
And like you mentioned, they have made me question whether it is to do with the training regime, whether there's something going on in terms of a lack of rest for the players. Either way, it is very hampering.
Yeah.
It is season defining.
It's derailed the season.
It has massively, to the point where
defining moments.
The team we'd built in summer looked like we had to do a rebuild in January.
I mean, let's just go back to where we are now.
Yeah.
I mean, at the minute we're playing without Mark Roberts.
Yeah.
We ended the game.
George Friend's out.
Yeah. Troy Deeney out. You know, our last game, or one of our last games against Bournemouth, you know, we finished the game with 2 wing backs and centre back.
Yeah.
You know, it's been blighting.
It has. Having said that though, look at the business we managed to do in January. I was a big sceptic on the podcast, just in private, of us actually being able to rebuild in January, given the injuries that we've got, given the players that we've got absent, given the team and the current situation with the owners that we've got. And I mean, we've brought in Onel Hernandez, Juninho Bacuna, Lyle Taylor, all great business. Teddy Mengi, all great business, whether that's through loans or Bacuna being a little coup, in my opinion.
Well, he's proven to be a real coup.
He has. So, a very positive thing for both Craig Gardner and Lee Bowyer.
Yeah, I think a massive shout out has to go to Craig Gardner and them two at the helm of the club.
A great success!
It does.
Genuinely is making it, you know, this is my opinion, but if you couldn't already tell now, maybe I've thrown it all away, but I'm definitely 100% Bowyer.
Oh, you've let your cards slip.
I have, mate, but I have to.
You're not a good poker player, are you?
I'm not at all, you know.
Oh, no, you're not.
You know,
I know you're not.
I try.
I know you're not.
Patience is not my virtue.
It's not.
But yeah, for me, both of them at the helm have done amazing things, and you know, I fully have my backing. Finally, who is better than Lee Bowyer right now? Our club has slipped through the fingers of so many managers. Each one of them bringing their own identity, their own players. It's just completely disruptive, isn't it? You can never get that identity again. You know, we are a nitty gritty working class team. Bowyer gets it. He's played for us.
Living legend of the club.
Yeah. Exactly. He gets it.
And again, what better than the backing staff he's brought in, getting to work with Craig Gardner, who, as we mentioned, he played with.
Yeah.
A great system that we've got there.
Yeah, he's a young manager as well. He's got a point to prove.
He is.
And God forbid we went down to League One. He's got the experience. You know, this is a time now we need stability at the club.
Yeah.
We've already got the rubbish going on with the board. You know, on the pitch, the playing staff, the coaching staff, that needs to be cemented.
It does.
And for me, Bowyer is the man for the job. I get frustrated with the formations. You know, so does everyone, right? But I still think who comes in who's better than Bowyer?
Yeah, who understands the club better, who wants better for the club. We saw in the pre-season, we've seen throughout the season, he loves the fans, what a relationship he has with us.
Yeah.
It is just about backing him, believing in the system and getting through the woeful times of these injuries.
Yeah.
And most importantly, getting BSHL out.
Exactly. But we've got to say, the fan base, football is a fickle sport. And up until the last game, 3-0 win against Luton, I'd honestly say we were talking to as many people who were Bowyer in as it seemed they were Bowyer out.
Yeah.
And I think from day one, we've always been Bowyer in, regardless of how frustrated we've been. Because, you know, we know, get someone else in, and all of the rubbish comes back. No identity, changing identity, changing playing squad.
Yeah.
It's mad.
Players maybe not gelling as much, the morale of the club going down.
Exactly.
The final message is, let's get behind Bowyer for the rest of the season.
I think so, because it's going to be a tough summer.
It
is. Because a lot of these players are loans, and our best players are loan players. So we're going to have to once again rebuild.
Yeah.
But we all stick together.
We do.
Joys and sorrows as Blue Noses. And yeah, we will fight another season.
We will.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed we stay in the Championship. It's close, but I'm sure we'll do it.
3-0 against Luton. On to the next one.
But
before we go, please do like, share, comment, subscribe. It massively helps the video and massively helps us. Please head over to Spotify and Apple Podcasts, listen to our podcast and check us out on social media. Again, the key editor over here, credit goes to this man. We'll put all of the... Well, he'll do something cool. He'll look
nice.
But if you made it this far in the video, just want to say a massive thank you and shout out to you. Keep locked in.
Yeah. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that beautiful stuff.
And we'll be back same time next week, Wednesday, 12 PM. Until then, keep right on.